Thank you so much for joining today. Today I would like to go through the payoff profiles of options. We introduced options in another video. Options, just to recap, are derivative instruments that gives the holder of the option the right, but not the obligation to buy or to sell an underlying asset at a predetermined price. The predetermined price is called strike price or exercise price. To clarify, if you're the buyer of an option, your position is long. That means you own or you hold the option. If you are the seller, the other side, then your position is short, means you have sold or written the option. Yeah? Very important. This long and short is the position you are in. You are talking, when you talk about an option, you talk about a contract. Option contract. There are two types of option contracts. Option contract number one is the right to buy an underlying asset. Option two is the right to sell an underlying. Two types of documents. The first type of document, where you have the right to buy, is called call option. The second document, where you have the right to sell, is called put option. Those two documents, document one, piece of paper that gives you a right to buy an underlying, is this one. The second document is an option that gives you the right to sell the underlying asset. Long and short, because here we are also talking about buying and selling. This is something different. This is just based on which side of the document are you on. Are you on the buying side, or are you on the selling side of this document? If you have bought this piece of paper, you are in a long position. If you have sold this piece of paper to the buyer, then you are in a short position. Yeah? That's why we have short call, long call, and we have the same here, short put and call put. Yeah? So it's sometimes a bit confusing, because we are saying the buyer of an option has a long position because the buyer, the long party, owns or holds this piece of paper. But the piece of paper could give you a right to buy or to sell the underlying asset. Yeah? So we have basically four dimensions when we talk about options. First, we talk about document type 1, which is the right to buy something. So we talk about call options, and we look at call options from two sides. You're the owner or you're the seller of a call option. And then secondly, we talk about contract type number 2, which means you have the right to sell the underlying. So we talk about a put option. And then again, we look at the put option from both sides. Are you owning the right, or have you written the put option? Very important. The option gives you the right, not the obligation. Otherwise, we would talk about forward or future contracts. The option gives you the right to do something, but only if you are the holder. So this right here, running out of colors, this right here gives you the right, the holder, only applies for the long position, because you have paid for the option. You have paid money to get this contract type, or you have paid money to get this document. So that means if you're the long position, if you're the buyer of piece of paper number 1 or piece of paper number 2, then only you have the right. The other side, the seller, cannot decide because the seller has received money to issue this contract. Yeah? Let's do a very simple example. Let's assume there are two parties. One party is selling, the other party is buying. Let's say party 1 is Walmart or any supermarket, and party 2 is the customer, is you. Our underlying asset, as you know, with option can be anything, can be stocks, can be commodities, can be cash, can be interest rate, whatever it is. Our underlying asset is an apple. Our contract size is 1. So we're talking about 1 apple, not 10, not 100, 1 apple. There are two different prices when we look at options. First one is the exercise price. This is basically the price that now you are allowed to buy or sell the apple for. Gives you the right to sell the asset at a predetermined price. A predetermined price is this one. So if you are the owner of the document, let's say the call option, then it's your right, you have the right to buy an apple for $1. There's a difference when you are allowed to do it at maturity or before, but let's simplify. If you're the owner of an apple, if you're the owner of option 1, then you can buy the apple for $1 at any time. This right does not come for free. You have to pay a premium, which is 20 cents. Yeah. So for you to own this piece of paper, either option number 1 or option number 2 costs you money. So you have to pay 20 cents and then you buy the right. If you're the seller, regardless whether we're talking about the call option or the short option, then you receive this money because you have issued and you have given away this right. Yeah, so that's our example. Let's assume you are the customer. You have spent $20 for this piece of paper. So you have spent $20, yeah, $20, 20 cents to have a call option. You go to the supermarket and you want to buy an apple. So what is happening? The call option gives you the right to buy the apple for $1. So you go into the supermarket and you say, okay, today the price of an apple is 50 cents. That's today's price of the apple, 50 cents. And then you're like, okay, cool. I need 1 apple. I bought this call option. I am allowed at checkout at the counter. I have the right to buy the apple for $1. And you're like, nah, I'm not doing this because an apple at the moment costs me 50 cents. So why should I use my document? I'm not doing this. So you would not exercise, you would not use your call option. You would just buy the apple at market price, 50 cents, and then your loss would be minus 20. So your profit here would be 20 because you paid some money. If the price of an apple would be $1, then you are here, which means, yes, then you would potentially exercise your option. It's called, we are at the market. And then what would happen? You would exercise, you are allowed to buy. So your payoff is 0 because market price is 1. You have the right to buy for 1. So it's 0. But still, because you have incurred a cost of 20 to buy this document, you would have incurred a loss. If the price of an apple goes to 1.20, let's say the price of an apple is $1.20, then you would exercise the option. You would say, yeah, I know the price of an apple is $1.20, but I have the right to buy it for $1. So you would buy it for $1 minus the cost initially is $1.20, so your break-even point is here. That's your break-even. If the price of an apple is now $3, means you take an apple, you go to the counter, Walmart says, okay, please give me $3, and you are saying, no, I'm not paying $3 today because I have this document which I paid for. So I'm only buying the apple for $1. And because then you bought the apple cheap and you can sell it afterwards at market price, you make a profit. Yeah? And then depending on if your apple costs $100 or $1,000, again, you only have to pay $1 for the apple, regardless of what the market price is. So that's why we say we have unlimited profit potential. Yeah. Same scenario. If you are on the Walmart side, then we call it you are short. You are not in the long position. The long position is, if here in this case, when you're the owner, you bought the call option. So here this is a customer. This is Walmart. The picture looks exactly different. Here, if the apple costs 50 cents, in this case, you wouldn't exercise and you would say, no, I just buy the apple for 50 cents. You wouldn't use your call option. Then Walmart would just receive 20 cents profit because Walmart has issued this piece of paper and you bought it for 20 cents. Again, if the apple costs $3, then you would use your call option. You would, despite the price of $3, you would pay for the apple only $1. And then again, Walmart has no option. Walmart has to facilitate the deal. Yeah, so the right only belongs to the holder, to the long position. So here, if you plan to trade for $1, that's your right, then Walmart will incur a loss. Yeah, because initially maybe Walmart has bought those apples for $3, then you come into the store and you buy it for $1, so huge loss. Yeah, so the unlimited profit potential means for the other side unlimited loss potential. Yeah, and again, if the apple costs $0 for free, you wouldn't use your call option. You would just pay and have a loss of 20 cents. Walmart would make 20 cents. And here, basically, this is your exercise price plus premium that you paid. Yeah, profit 0, break even equals break even. Just for completeness, we say here, when we look at our exercise price only and at the payoff structure, we say here we are at the market, means the exercise price equals the current spot price. Here we are out of the market because you wouldn't exercise your call option, it's not good for you. And here we would say we are in the market on the right side. Yeah, good. So here picture call, we are talking about document type 1. Document type 1, right to buy from a customer perspective. The picture for the seller, Walmart in this case, looks the opposite. Okay, second example, let's talk about put options. Put option, let's do it differently. Let's say Walmart is now the owner, not you as a customer. Walmart has decided to buy the right to sell. Yeah, so long, buy, put the right to sell. So Walmart has bought the right to sell. what will happen? You go to the supermarket or a customer comes in. Current Apple price again is 0.50. Current Apple price, customer comes in and says, hey, I would like to buy this apple. And then Walmart says, okay, cool. I have my put option. Walmart has this put option. I'm allowed to sell you this apple for $1. So that means Walmart would exercise and make a profit. Yeah. If the apple is for free and the customer comes and says, hey, I grab an apple, I go in, apple is for free today, here, then Walmart would say, no, I bought this document, I have a put option, I'm allowed, even though the apple is for free, I'm allowed to pay it for you for $1. So my maximum profit, not maximum profit, my payoff would be $1 because 0.1, but because Walmart has paid a bit of money, 20 cents, your profit is 80. Yeah. And then here as well, if it goes to the right, if the spot price of an apple is 3 and the customer comes, takes an apple, goes to the counter, wants to buy the apple, then Walmart would not say, hey, I have the right to sell you the apple for $1 because the current market price is 3. Yeah, so then Walmart would just not exercise the put option. Yeah, again, if we are here, this is again your exercise price. Yeah, this is a price where, depending on if Walmart would exercise the option, exercise price equals spot price, would still incur a loss. So to make some money to be here, needs to be 80. Yeah, a bit lower, because then an apple costs 80, market price, spot price. Walmart would sell it to you for $1, a bit higher, but because it paid 20, would be break even. Yeah, and then again, Walmart is the owner. The put option document still belongs to Walmart. Walmart has the right. You as a customer, you just have to follow whatever Walmart decides. You as a customer, you have to follow. So again, we're talking here about 1, here 80, somewhere here is 50, here is 0, and then here potentially $3. So whatever Walmart decides here, you have to decide, or you have to follow. You have no option because your position is short. Short means you have no right. Yeah. So easy example, key takeaways. Just be mindful of long and short. This means just which side you are on, looking at the contract, looking at your option, and then the right to buy something is called call option, and the right to sell something is called put option. And then depending on which side you are, you can see your profit potential or your loss potential. Main reason for those options, as you can see, if you combine certain positions, you can actually hedge your exposure. If you say, okay, I believe asset prices will increase, I would like to focus and maybe hedge to make a bit of money, maybe you would enter into a long call position. If you are afraid that, or if you think the prices would of an asset would decrease, maybe you enter into a long put position to say, okay, if prices decrease, I make money. So there are certain ways how those different call and put options and which positions you're on can help you to basically create your portfolio. Yeah, I hope you found this good to understand. Thank you so much for listening, and I see you in another video. Bye bye.